Well, hello YouTube friends, and welcome back to the channel. So on today's video, we're going to talk about the latest changes with 602 North. You guys know if there's one thing for sure, with me, things are going to change. So let's talk about it. So the first change is I sold the slingshot. Now the person that bought it, Sharon, super wonderful person. It couldn't have went to a better person. She's a little fireball, and I'm so happy that she's the one that ended up with it. Got a big hug from her when I gave her some extra parts, and her and her husband had slingshot they were sharing, and so now she has her own, and it's great. You know, I didn't get to meet him, but if he's married to her, he's got to be a great guy, 'cause she's fantastic. And if I'd have met them before, we probably would have been riding buddies. But you know, things change. You know, Kathy and I's life have changed, and you know, I guess we're at a different stage in what we want, and with the grandkids and all the things going on. So it was time. Second thing was I sold the Jeep Chief. I think I said on here before, I think I'm going to keep this for a long time. Now when I said that, my buddy Scott laughed and laughed, because he knows good and damn well I don't usually hold on to anything. 3 years is a long time for me. And he's like my brother in arms with that, because he's the same. We're twins, or one and the same there. So, you know, I had that catastrophic engine failure. I had to have the whole thing rebuilt. All internals, all new. Got it back, was excited, had gifts for it to install. I call them gifts. That had accessories put on it. And it just, you know, it just didn't feel right. I mean, it ran fine. There's nothing I could put my finger on. Kathy didn't want to ride in it because she'd already got stranded on the side of the road when the engine went kapooey. She felt nervous about it. So I just decided that I was going to sell it. And you guys know I've had 4 Jeeps in the last 12 years, and decided I would, you know, went and looked at new Jeeps, and they're much the same. It's like buying the same vehicle over and over and over with extra, you know, newer features on it. And I still love Jeeps. I've loved them my whole life, and I'll not say that I won't have another Jeep, but I decided I would go to the dark side, and I bought this Bronco Big Bend. Now, I had to look around hard to find this one, because, you know, the last several vehicles I've owned have had leather seats, and I wanted something that didn't have leather seats for a change. I wanted to try cloth seats. It's been a long time since I had a car with cloth seats. And so I found one. I found it. It was had all the features that I wanted, except the I forget what they call them, but they're the aux switches, and so I'm going to have to retrofit some of those on. I really wanted that, but none of them had it, none of them, and it really came down to this one. This is a Big Bend. It was between this one and an Outer Banks edition. It had leather. It had the no, it didn't have the aux switches. No, none of them had aux switches. And so anyway, I went with the Big Bend. I've had it for a couple weeks since I got it. I've added this. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it with that camera, but I'm going to do a walk around in a minute anyway. But I added the steel front bumper. It came with there's 3 levels of bumpers with Broncos. There's the base bumper, which is the one I had. It's plastic. Then there's a plastic one called the capable bumper, which you can add accessories to, but still is plastic. And then they have the modular bumper, which is the metal one, like what I had on my Rubicons. And I particularly like this because you can do so much with it. So I've already ordered a couple things, and more to come on that. The beauty of having one vehicle is I feel like I can do a lot more videos with it, because my time is not, you know, divided between the slingshot and all the videos that you guys never saw that I shot for that thing. And then some videos with the Jeep, and then it was down, and, you know, took it to the beach a few times. And I got this one. It doesn't have the Sasquatch package on it, because really that's for some more serious off-roading than I do. The most we're going to do with this thing is trails, and to a lesser extent, and then a lot more. We plan to go to the beach a whole lot more with this one. And so this one is, you know, Bronco is about 90% capable of a Jeep. Where the Jeeps come in is that solid front axle, solid axles, and this has independent front suspension, you know. So it's, sorry, Riley's barking. So that makes it drive a hell of a lot better on the highway. It's a much smoother ride. It's a wider vehicle. It's roomier. The back is roomier. So it, you know, there's a lot of advantages to that, and that fits our lifestyle a little better. Again, I love Jeeps. You never see me throw rocks at them, but they do ride like hell. I mean, I don't care, brand new, and look how many I've had. And then you start doing things, you know, it could be a handful. You put, you know, big 35, 37s on it, and, you know, you get the death wobble and things like that. That doesn't happen with this vehicle. But, you know, you can't rock crawl as well with this as you can with a Jeep. You have to spend thousands of dollars on one of these to get it even close to the capabilities of a Jeep. That said, this fits our lifestyle, and I've watched a lot of videos with some guys that do some pretty amazing things with Broncos as well. So, and I still have a Jeep. I still have the Wagoneer over there. So we're going to do a walk around with this one. I'm going to show you guys. In fact, I'll show you before. Let me grab these. They're right here. Two of the things that I had ordered that came in after the engine went kapooey was this GMRS radio. I was excited to put this in. It's a Midland, something I've wanted for a while. So now it's going to go in the Bronco. The other one is, you guys may remember, I had put the Stinger camera, or Stinger Horizon 12 head unit in the Chief, and I loved it. Man, that thing was fantastic. So I ordered this, which is the 4K mirror, has front and back cameras. Was excited about this thing. It came in like a day or two after the engine went kapooey. Stinger was nice enough to send me, so this was for the JK, and it came with a JK kit. Stinger was nice enough to send me free of charge. So I can't say enough good things about Donnie and Stinger over there. They sent me the Bronco kit. Didn't charge me a dime, sent it to me. You know, I told them, hey, this happened. Now, they're not paying me for this. I bought all this myself, except for that kit, because they sent it to me for free. But I'm excited about that. So we're going to do a quick walk around. There's the front bumper I put on. Here's a pic of it with the plastic bumper. So I've ordered some lights that, well, I have not ordered lights for it yet. What I ordered was the skid plate, because I had to get a metal skid plate. That should be here on Sunday. Today's Friday. I put a few, what I call tchotchkes on it, just things that make it more comfortable, or, you know, accessible, like little, I'll show you guys in a minute. The wheels is one of the first things I usually change out, wheels and tires. These are 33s. I'm going to put 35s on them. These are grabbers, like, you know, I had grabbers on the Gladiator with the red letters. They were decent tires. I wouldn't say they were great, but they were decent. These are fine. These are ATs. Those were mud terrain. But I like the wheels. I just don't feel like I want to change these wheels out. So we'll go to 35s at some point. I did add this tire cover. I added my Spyder Moose sticker there. You know, Rich is somebody I talk to every day for a good couple years, almost every day. And I would have talked to him about this deal. Rich passed away a few years, just a few months back. I'm sorry, not years. Another cool thing they do with Broncos, so they thought about a lot of stuff. So if you want to put a roof rack, they already have the place for it on both sides. So you can put like the little half rack that goes on the door. Now the other thing too, so you see this top comes off for the back seat. That's a target top. This top is in twos, like the Freedom panels on a Jeep. So you can take both of those off and still leave the back on, or you can take the back off and it's much lighter because it's smaller. So that was kind of neat. They also put, like if you wanted to put a light bar or something, you see this says accessory ready. They put this in there, it already has wiring. The wiring is already up there. So you can add a longer roof rack, or you can add a light bar, or, you know, all kinds of things for that. I did put the little stubby antenna on it. think a lot of us grab that first thing. And I'm hoping I didn't lock the doors because I didn't bring the keys with. Nope, I didn't. So I added the bullet point, which I've had just about every vehicle lately. I added that. The Bronco has the mount right here, so you can add a camera or whatever, and my bullet point just screwed right in there. So that worked out good. I do have the magnetic charge. I may change this cord and it also has the plug here. So Bronco already does that. Ford already does that. This is where the aux switches would have been. I bet you Eric at Kraken's, he has a Bronco. I bet you he has aux switches. That's something I really, really wanted. Same with the Gladiator. I wanted that so bad, but I couldn't find a Gladiator that had it. And so I ended up retrofitting it. Yeah, there's the cloth seats. I did add the mud mats because they had the carpet mats I didn't care for. They really have a nice big screen on these things. And I haven't even taken, you see the little thing there, I didn't even take the plastic off. It works with the plastic on it, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to leave it until I decide to take it off. Now, new for 2025 is they added the air conditioner vents back here, heat and air. They never had that before, and a lot of people wanted, a lot of people complained about it. So they added it, which I think was really nice. You know, you've got the AC outlet here, and then you've got the USB plugs down there, which is a nice thing they have. It's got the cup holder fold down. These seats fold down. I like the fact that the head rest fold down. Also, it has the little insulation panels in the top. Somebody's shooting a gun loudly. So here's the back. They did so that you've got this little storage back here. Comes with this really nice Bronco toolkit. Has everything you need for the top and everything, and doors. Because I had mine. I have a couple of Jeep ones in here. Now every Jeep I sold, these went with it, but I had bought a couple extra ones, and that's the extra ones. So don't think that I'm holding on to the tools and not giving them to the new owners, because I did. This box is this mesh cover for when I take the top off. I've had the tops off one time just to see what it was like. That is a little more involved than a Jeep. You actually have to take some screws out to put it in. So that I'm going to get to. I just haven't got to it yet. So yeah, that is the Bronco in a nutshell. Really excited about it. Really enjoying it. Even had to drive to Charlotte for work, and like a couple days after I got it, and it was a much more quieter and comfortable ride. That's another thing people will say about these, that people that didn't have a Jeep before, they'll say, oh, they're loud inside. Oh, you can hear a little wind noise. I'm like, have you ever driven a Jeep? You know, this is, I would say, much quieter than the Jeep is. I also want to add some side steps. I've been looking, I've saved a few in carts, just hadn't found the right ones. I really like the Raptor style rock rail steps. So they're not that deep, they're more angled up rock rail style, but you can step on them. Because even with this one being stock, it is a little bit, you know, Kathy still has to grab onto the grab handle and step up, and if she had a step on it, she'd be a lot happier with it. But yeah, this is something that she can drive if she wants to, and be real comfortable in. So there you have it, friends. This is my 2025 Ford Bronco Big Bend. Look out for new videos very soon on some installs. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you real soon. Take care.